Hello, my wonderful friends. Magus with you. And today's message is, what is your purpose? You have to run after your destiny. Success is not an accident. You have to give it 100%. And before we go into this message, I want to tell you something that is very important to my heart that I feel I must share with you. The most important thing to me in this time space has been my children, and I feel it would be a horrible error to spend all of your energy and effort going after a dream and a desire that didn't include your children. Because now that my children are moved out and gone, the thing that brings me the most joy is thinking about the times we went surfing together and we skateboarded together and we went to Hawaii together and to Disneyland and Legoland and the beach and our hikes through the mountains and our times making Pillow Land where we throw all the pillows on the ground and make popcorn and watch movies. And those are the most beautiful memories I have, even more than ministry. I have great stories of people being set free and healed and blessings, but the thing that just blesses me the most is my children. So I want you, if you're like me, to make sure that if you have children, be present, be in the moment. Don't be in your mind off thinking about work or ministry or anything else when you're with them. Savor that time because it goes quickly. I know you've heard this before, but you don't realize it, how quickly it goes. Savor it. And I guarantee you, like me, one day you'll have tears of joys thinking back about the times you went to Disneyland together, and so grateful you didn't miss that time. Buying your daughter a princess dress and spending that time with your son skateboarding, and just the bonds that are made and the love. And it's the most important, beautiful thing to me. Now that my children are moved out and I am working as a prophet in my destiny, and I'm giving it 110%. And my friends, my mom used to call me, her nickname for me when I was a kid was Jonah, and growing up past being a kid, because I was always running from my calling. She knew from the time I was born that I was a prophet, and I was always running from my calling. She used to say that I smell like whale barf because I'm always running. And my friends, so now that I'm older and I have a set amount of time left in time space to get the message of the Magi out, so I'm giving it all I have. And kind of a funny thing is the Magi teach moderation. It's a big teaching of the Magi. I have never taught it to you because I don't use it. I am giving everything I have 110% in this season of my life. Sometimes it works out good, sometimes not so good. Just the other day, it's kind of a funny story. In my workouts, I was doing bench press and I go tell failure because I decided I'm going to give everything I have to get results that I've never had before, to get results that other people will never have because they don't give everything. So I don't want to leave any gas in the tank. So I did as many bench presses as I could, and then I put the bar up, and I was thinking I still have some left in me. So I went to do push-ups, and I just got on the ground, and my weight equipment is just right out in the meadow. I work outside, and I gave everything I had till my arms collapsed. I was laying face down on the ground, and I could not move. And I could hear one of my neighbors coming down the meadow on his bike, and I was thinking, oh God, please don't let him see me laying here face down. Everybody always thinks I'm strange enough anyway, and you can't miss me. I look like a orange highway cone. And so anyway, that didn't work out to my advantage. But other times when I've given 110%, it has brought amazing results. You will be amazed at when you give everything you have, 100% of what you are, when you realize who you are, that you are one with God, one with good spirit, that nothing is impossible for you. You can do anything. And a great example of that was when I went to Florida, and I had a couple great successes working with people with OCD, people that they said would not get better, that they couldn't get better, they got well. So I was feeling pumped up and excited about it and thinking, I think this is the course I want to take, is helping people free their minds and have peace of mind. And I wrote Still Pools of the Mind, and I went to Florida, and I was surfing every day. And again, I was doing my 110%, giving everything I had. I wanted to be a good surfer. I would get there in the morning, and I'd be there till the sun went down, working on surfing. And so I made some close friends because I started to see him every day. And one of the guys I was surfing with, I noticed he had some different symptoms. And so I gave him Still Pulls of the Mind, and come to find out he had OCD. And he started to share his story with me that he had been to all the doctors, he'd taken all the medications, and it's getting worse. He had lost his job, he didn't know what was going to happen with him, and he was just absolutely tortured in his mind. And I told him, I go, if you are willing to work with me, I can get you well. And I told him about the previous examples before I even came to Florida and how I had success. And I told him, my friend, you don't know me that well, but I am a prophet of God. And I can see in spirit that before I leave Florida, you will say to me, I feel good. And he said, my friend, I don't want to hurt your feelings, and I don't want you to think you're not a prophet. He goes, but I've had this since I was a small child, and I've been to all the counselors, all the doctors, all the medication, and I just, I don't think you can help me. And I said, well, I'm here if you want me to. The next day, I was out surfing, and he walked up and he had Still Pulls in his mind. He had read it and he was ready to get started changing his mind. He read Still Pulls, and then here, I got it right here. I gave him next Science of Mind by Ernest Holmes. And this is a thick one. And he read that twice. So he was serious. And we started doing meditations on the beach. We'd sit there and use the waves, and we'd focus on that, and I'd start speaking truth into his mind, and he'd start getting attacked with a lie, and we'd start replacing it with truth. Long story short, before I left, about 3 weeks before I left, he came up to me and he had tears in his eyes, and he said, for the first time in my entire life, he was in his 40s, he goes, I have peace of mind. I feel good. And my God, we hugged each other and we're bawling, crying on the beach. And my daughter's sitting in the car wondering, oh my God, what's going on with Dad, And it was an amazing miracle. And that's giving 100% of all that you are when you realize who you are. And that's why the message of the Magi is so important, because you have to know who you are. You have to know the all good God, coming into alignment with that all good God, and then creating all good in your life. My friends, once I stepped in to my purpose and my destiny, and how it came was just basically every other door was shut. I didn't have to be a genius to realize there's one door left to walk through. There was nothing else I could do. God had me on a course. I was going to be a prophet. I was going to share the message of the Magi, and it was all I could do. So praise God, and I love it. And I've never been happier. When I say one, God is all good. He has been misrepresented in many stories as hating, warring, killing, and destroying his creatures. That is a lie. He is the highest principle of good. He is all good. 2, come into alignment with the all good God. And 3, create Asha, heaven on earth in your world. My God, I feel alive. It's what I was made to do. My friends, there's something inside of you. You might be a singer, a preacher, a healer, a doctor, but something special is inside of you, and it's time to start bringing that out. And then I want you to give it 100%, realizing who you are. I want you to start speaking spells. So out of the heart, the mouth speaks. Do you have the heart of God, the mind of God? Is your energy God? You should be speaking God. You should be vibrating God. When people get around you, they should start being healed, just being in your vibration and energy field. My friends, this is the time for us to give 100%. If you're following me this long, you probably are a light worker. It probably is your destiny to share this message of the Magi, because what other religion is there that works like this? This religion works. A religion is just a set of beliefs. When you believe the highest truth, that God is all good, perfection, and you come into alignment with it, and you can say, my God is here now, my good is here now, I live in my good, I live in my God, and you have a reason to believe it. You put that little mustard seed of faith into it, that belief. You have a reason to believe, and you work in magic and miracles. My friends, run, run, run after your destiny. Don't be like Jonah. Don't walk around smelling like whale barf. We got this. I love you guys. I'm proud of you. We'll see you tomorrow.